Here are my top 3 tools for entrepreneurial business owners to help with boosting productivity. Number 1, do a time audit. I did this a couple of years ago and it was enlightening, meaning not to the minute, but to the 15-minute blocks. In the course of a week, track where your time goes. If you don't know where your time's going, there's no way you can identify, am I making the highest and best use of my time? Do a time audit, 15-minute blocks, and you might find some tasks you should be delegating or doing less of or doing none of. And I got that from a book called Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz. Great book. It was an awesome hack. Although I did 7 areas, not 6 like he recommended. I looked at the top 7 time uses in a week. Oh my gosh, that was insightful. That's number 1. If you don't measure it, you can't improve it, like Peter Drucker said. Look where your time is going. That's number 1. Number 2, productivity booster, is effective delegation. Now, we just mentioned that there might be a task that you shouldn't be doing or tasks you shouldn't be doing. You need to delegate that off. Now, here's the caveat to that. The delegation, the success of it, is entirely dependent upon the amount of work that's put into the setup. Because when you're passing that task along to somebody, it's got to be set up well for them to run with it successfully. They can't read your mind. They may have never done this before. They might be vaguely familiar with it. But one of the knocks that I've heard on delegation is I passed it off to somebody else and it was done worse than I did it. I just had to take it back. You just can't delegate off some certain things. Well, if you put in the work on the front side to make that transition as smooth as possible, I guarantee you'll get better results. So that's productivity tip number 2. Number 3, identify your working style. Now, I found this about 2 years ago. I did a workshop called Working Genius by Patrick Lencioni, and it helped me identify what my working style is. My top 2 working styles, the ones I'm just proficient at, how I work, and then my core competencies, what I'm capable at, and then the 2 working styles that I do not like, that if I had to do them a lot, it would drain me. Working Genius. Now, I liked it so much, and it nailed how I work so well that I decided to get certified. So I now conduct Working Genius workshops that help teams get projects smoother and sooner across the finish line by understanding how they work in a team. Those are top 3 productivity tips for entrepreneurial business owners. If any of those things I talked about could be of value to you, let's talk. There's a link here in the post. Let's schedule 15 minutes to talk about where your company is or where you want to take it. I look forward to talking to you soon.